Hello everyone. In today's short lecture, I'll talk about one of the most important topic which is being discussed quite frequently in business world, the use of AI in modern supply chain and how it's basically shaping our supply chain, right? So I'll begin my lecture with how this data analytics and AI evolved over the time period, right? And how different companies are getting benefit by integrating AI technologies into their operations, and what are some of the challenges associated with the use of AI in business world. So just jumped up to these PPTs and try to understand the topic in more detail. Right. So like I said earlier, I'll give you some introduction of the topic, right? Then you're gonna look at how the AI is being integrated into modern supply chain. Then we're gonna look at some challenges associated with the implementation of AI, right? So when you look at managerial decision making, so let's say for instance supply chain decision making, right? I'll say traditional supply chain decision making basically generally start using operational research techniques in 1950s, right? Then there was a major breakthrough in 1980s with the use of computers in decision makings. Using Managers started using different models. Then came 2000, right, where a lot of organizations start integrating, I mean, ERP systems, legacy systems such as SAP, Oracle, right, PeopleSoft, GD Edwards, right? And then when we look at the, for instance, the post-COVID situation, I mean, let's say 2025, with the use of generative AI, a lot of organizations are getting benefit, right? So I'll say, for instance, when you look at the traditional decision making, right? Traditional decision making was generally revolved around two important areas. I mean, there was mathematical models such as linear regression, right? Or for instance, causal models for forecasting, whereby another important source of decision making was, human experience, I would say human expertise. All right. So this human expertise, including mathematical models, generally develop our major decisions in the organizations, right? So supply chain decisions were mainly based upon it. But over the time, right, when data analytics with the help of technology became an important part of manager life, right, there has been a more tendency towards using machine learning and IoT, right? So machine learning basically help us, develop different algorithms, models, right, which ultimately help us make decisions. So IoT basically gathers the data with the help of, I mean, sensors, right, or RFID technology, radio frequency identification, or for instance, let's say barcodes, right? So these are some of the source of gathering information. So we might use this gathering data, developing different, training the models, right? And this helps us optimize our decision. So probably you must have heard about different programming languages such as Python, R, or random forest, right? So they all help us make optimal decisions. right? So you can see that there has been a major shift, right, from more manual work to more computer or AI driven decision making, right? So this is our contemporary supply chain decision making, right? So let's move on towards the next slide and try to look at some of the cases that how organizations have implemented and what benefits they are getting. For instance, when you look at the Amazon, one of the multinational tech company, e-commerce company, right? So Amazon is using predictive scheduling models. They're also using warehouse automation. So ASNRS, automated storage and retrieval system, or automated guided vehicles, right? Whereby UPS generally use AI-driven optimization models for route planning. Nestle use predictive analysis for demand forecasting. Tesla uses simulation and we'll say digital twins. Right? They develop simulation to cut down risk in their production flows. Right? Walmart use blockchain initiative. Right? They also use smart spend analysis to identify which supplier is one of their best suppliers, which suppliers performing. Think about this, you might have got large number of suppliers. Car manufacturing might involve, around car might have around 30,000 parts. So think about how many suppliers you might have, right? An aeroplane might have got around, on average, 4 million parts, right? So you might have got large number of suppliers, right? And keeping track of their performance could be very challenging for managers. So these technologies might help sort out your best suppliers. They might, automate the negotiation process, right? Issue the POs to suppliers, best suppliers. Now try to look at some of the benefits these organizations are getting from this. So for instance, by using this predictive scheduling models, right? So Amazon make sure customers are satisfied, right? And products are available when they're required. Warehouse automation has decreased human error, right? Improved throughput in the warehouse, right? So these are some of the benefits they are getting using the technology. Whereby when you look at UPS, right, they try to optimize route planning, which has benefited them in gaining fuel efficiency, right? Timely delivery, right? And more than that, they are reducing their environmental footprint, right? You can see there's a lot of organizations getting benefit out of this. Whereby when you look at Nestle, which use predictive analysis for demand forecasting, generally get benefit by making sure that there's reduced, I can't say there's no overstock, under stock, so reduced or under stock, right? Better product availability in the market, right? Digital twin, by using simulation digital twins. So Tesla replicate the situation, right? It has reduced accidents at the shop floor, right? It has also increased the production efficiency. By using blockchain, Walmart ensures transparency and traceability of the items they are purchasing from their second or third tier suppliers, first tier suppliers, right? By having the smart spend analysis, make sure work with best suppliers, right, who have performed really well, right? So these are some of the benefits these organizations are getting implementing AI in their supply chain operations. Now, with some benefit, there are certain challenges the organization might face. So first of all, I'll say implementing, adopting AI technologies. I mean, open AI programs could be very expensive, right? For instance, IBM, Watson X. This is very generic in nature. OpenAI is more specific. They can develop the programs for your organization, data robots, right? Or Amazon Web Services. So there are organizations which develop generic programs. There are some organizations that develop very specific programs, right? So this could be very expensive, right? So I'll say implementing AI technology could be very expensive. If it's not expensive for yourself, could be very expensive for your supply chain members, right? And one of the challenge observed over time, those of you who are working in the industry, remember when organization initially adopted a certain legacy system such as SAP, and suppliers had got Oracle, there was some, synchronization issue, right? Though it's been resolved now, right? But again, synchronization with IoT of suppliers or other supply chain partners could be one of the challenge. Besides this, one of the challenge could be, data governance or data security, right? I hope you all know about what happened with the Musk, one of the global giant, especially when you look at the Musk line, one of the largest shipping company in the world. In 2017, right, there was a cyber attack on its operations, right? There was some ransomware attack, right? And it costed, Musk line around 300 million to recover their system. Although they didn't pay any ransom, but the cost to recover their system was very high. So again, security, safety of data could be a challenge for the organization. And besides this, there's always a human side, and people lose their jobs, right? You can see a lot of opposition from the society, government, right? So human side is also very important to look at, deal with, right? So these are some of the challenges. Organizations are trying to work on these challenges, or they are trying to find out ways to overcome them. So over the time, sure, that would be resolved, right? And this brings us to the end of this short lecture. Thank you very much, and have a good day.